America's very first child sexual abuse prevention law was passed in Texas 5 years ago. Jennies Law, that's what it's called, mandates prevention training for students and staff in every school district. Well, the namesake of that law, Jenna Quinn, is coming to the Quad Cities next week for a special event. Marcy O'Brien is here with the details from Rock Island County Children's Advocacy Center, and I know this is the first time you guys ever held an event like this.
Yes, it is.
Yes, and it's a breakfast.
Yes.
Next week.
Yeah.
And how excited were you that Jenna Quinn could come in?
Very excited that she could come in. I saw her last year at a national conference, and I was very impressed. It was by Zoom last year, obviously. But we thought she was a great speaker, so we reached out, and she is able to come into the Quad Cities in person and is going to speak at our breakfast.
Well, that law, Jenna's Law, that she started in Texas, that was her home state, is now in 38 states.
Yes.
There's a similar law?
Illinois has one, Aaron's Law, which is very similar. It mandates prevention, education in the schools. Because if children don't know about abuse, that it should not happen, they can't report it.
And so, what do you think, has it been a strong impact? Has it made a difference?
It has made a difference. We see that once they do education in the schools, our cases, we have an uptick in reports, because a lot of times kids don't know what's wrong. They don't know it shouldn't happen. It's something that maybe occurs all the time, or something that they just didn't know. They thought that it happened with everyone. And then when they learn in school that it shouldn't have happened, they report.
Okay. Well, we have a picture of the house or your headquarters that you, so tell me what you guys do exactly.
So we're located in a house in the Broadway district in Rock Island. And so what we do is we interview children who are sexually and physically abused for investigations involving law enforcement and Department of Children and Family Services. So if a child is abused, it gets reported to one of them agencies, and they'll make a referral to us to interview the child, and they will come for the interview. Prior to children's advocacy centers, if a child was abused and it was reported to the police department, a patrol officer would respond, he would take a report, and he would interview that child. He would give the report to a police detective, who would then go back out and re-interview the child. If he determined that a family member was involved, he would report it to the Department of Family Children's Services, who would then come out and re-interview the child themselves. So that right there is three interviews, and that's not counting the state's attorney if they want to do criminal charges.
On a child?
Yes. Hospitals, teachers. So kids were seeing 4 to 7 interviews, which is not victim friendly and very traumatic to have to keep repeating the story. So now what happens if a child reports abuse to one of these agencies? They call us and we coordinate the interview, so everybody comes to our house for the interview. The family, the child, Department of Children and Family Services, the police and state's attorney. We have a trained interviewer who interviews the child, and the team members sit in another room and watch it on a closed circuit TV. The children know they're being watched, so they're not lied to, but it's much more friendly for them to do one interview with everybody there than to do multiple interviews.
Of course. Oh my goodness, it's such a better way to do it. And if you'd like to support this, you have a Believe in the Brave breakfast fundraiser.
Yes.
Coming up next week. So this Jenna Quinn is going to come, and this law started based on her own story of abuse as a child.
Yes. She was abused by a family friend who was her soccer coach.
Yes, very traumatic story. This is this beautiful young woman who's made such a difference because of her own tragic story. She's going to be here for this breakfast, and the raising of the money means what to you guys, Marcy? What will this mean to the children? And
it helps support our center. We're funded primarily by grants and contributions. So this will help us to keep our doors open. It helps us fund a counselor. We just this year received enough funding that we were able to hire a counselor full-time, that nobody pays for our services. So when kiddos come and they're interviewed, we refer them to counseling, and she's able to provide counseling to them free of cost at our center. So this means a lot for us to raise funds for our center to keep us operating.
Community support, business support, hot glass designed this. I mean, this thing is gorgeous. Oh my goodness, I would love to have it. Is this the one?
He's going to be in our silent auction. Yes, they donated this to us. He designed it for our event.
This is local, folks, and so this is part of what some other items that you can bid on.
Yeah, and people can go online right now if they go to our website or to our Facebook event page. You can actually, our auction started live yesterday, so if you're not able to attend the breakfast, you can still support us by bidding on the items at the auction or by making a donation. So we have a CrossFit Hero basket that you can bid on. It's got some energy drinks, some protein things. It's a month membership, which is really a good value for 3 times a week.
CrossFit.
Some more protein.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
So And we have a lot of other unique items. We have a hot air balloon ride that was donated to us for $2 that somebody can bid on to do that.
Hey, that's a nice one.
Yeah. So we're very excited about some of the items we have that are very unique. And the fact that we're hoping that people do come out and support us.
It is a breakfast, and you're thinking, you know, I can't make that. I mean, but you can still help it, and what counts is the contribution,
Yes.
the donation. So you're going to do this breakfast. It's next Tuesday morning from 7 to 9 in the morning, but you get to hear in person Jenna Quinn and her story, which would be worth it right there.
Absolutely.
Right there. But you could go online and you can contribute that way. But this is such an important cause, Marcy. I'm so glad that you've explained it. You've explained it beautifully, how these kids are interviewed once and hopefully can make a difference in the lives of so many others.
Well, our goal was to reduce their trauma and to get them into counseling so that they can move on and be successful, happy adults.
Yeah. Thanks for what you do, Marcy.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.